What's good, YouTube? It's Aquarius Say Bunny BB, The Prophecy. And as you can see, I didn't really change my name. I just put The Prophecy at the end. It looked and it sounded pretty cool. So I wanted to talk about my New York Knicks. Now, obviously, boy, 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 boy. All right, listen. Um, Now I get it. We suck. Okay, we try. I mean, if you're not giving effort, you quitting on yourself, right? Um, we had Fizdale for the beginning of the season. Didn't work. Didn't pan out. I think he went like 3 of 10 or 3 of 12 in their last 10 games. He was bad. Um, Again, it was a bad fit. You know what I'm saying? It was just a bad fit. Bring in Mike Miller. He does okay. He's up and down a little bit, but obviously he rallies the team to play hard, and he executes very well. The reason why the difference between Mike Miller and and Coach Fizdale is obviously coaching experience. Fizdale, obviously, he was the assistant manager, or he was the assistant for Eric Spoelstra when the Heat three-peated or two-peated. Uh, like you would think that he soaked everything that Eric Spoelstra taught him, which don't necessarily happen. So he's out the window. Here comes Mike Miller. Mike Miller, he coached in the D League. So he knows how to develop players. There was times where we wanted to get rid of Frank. Who drafted Frank? Phil Jackson. Who drafted KP? Phil Jackson. Phil Jackson was the reason why it was a setback in New York. Melo and Phil Jackson didn't really get along. And then way before Fizdale, it was Derek Fisher. That was a total mess. You know what I'm saying? So we've been through a lot of head coaches, and I hope Mike Miller stays because I mean, he didn't really get a fair shot. Let's just call it as it is. I believe if the Knicks had hired Mike Miller in the beginning of the season, I think we would have probably been in a better position that we are right now. But since it didn't happen, he entered in the middle of the season. So now we just evaluating, right? We just evaluating players, see who fits. Uh, you know, like we're months and months and months away from the draft. So right now, I'm not even worried about the draft. Because it doesn't really matter where we land. If we lose games, if we keep on winning games, it doesn't really matter because we had the worst record when we drafted KP, fourth, right? Third, RJ. Second, we might probably have the second pick in the draft because obviously I don't see what the Cleveland Cavaliers are doing. They don't have nobody except for Love. They're trying to buy him out. Nobody seems to want him. I mean, I think he would have been. I think Kevin Love could have been a great asset for us, but obviously, I mean, his contract is just that was like. I mean, having him is like having another, Joakim Noah, but at least Kevin Love can stretch the floor and stuff. So for right now, I hear a lot of people saying that Golden State Warriors is locked to get that number one seed. Obviously, they're going to get that number one seed. Whoever they pick, I don't know. Could be Lonzo Ball. I don't think it's gonna be Lonzo. I don't think it's gonna be. I said Lonzo Ball. I don't think it's gonna be LaMelo Ball because um, you got we basically Melo. I mean, Melo is a two guard. You know, he could play the two. He could play the one. You know, he's if you can add some muscles, he could play the four too. So he could play multiple positions. And I watched Undisputed with his dad, LeVar Ball, and he said that he's a Swift Army knife. Like he could do it all. He's a scorer. He's like a poor man's version of Carmelo Anthony. Out of Syracuse. He was just a gunner. He was just a scorer. He just loved to score. And that was Carmelo Anthony too. Carmelo Anthony coming out of Syracuse, he was just a gunner. He was just a scorer. You know, fuck defense. Forget about rebounding. It was just all about scoring for Melo. But LaMelo Ball is obviously a different breed. That's what his dad says. Shannon Sharp trying to be slick, saying that who would you compare your son to in the NBA? Oh, nobody, nobody. He's his own breed. LeVar Ball, dog. I can't. His ass make me fucking laugh so bad. But anyways, so right now the Knicks got the win yesterday or the day before yesterday, or probably yeah, it was yesterday, against the Pistons. So we just letting the chips fall where they may. We just letting the chips fall where they may. Um, I'm not gonna come in here and say that my Knicks is gonna be back next year. No, it's gonna take a walking process. That's why if anybody is new here, that's why I quit the NFL. I am no longer watching the NFL no more. Yes, my favorite team was the New York Giants. I had no team other than that. When they got rid of Tom Coughlin, when they got rid of, I'm sorry, I'm getting off track, but when they got rid of, obviously not getting rid of, but obviously Manning retired. Got rid of Tom Coughlin. I think Eli Manning could have played up to his 40s. I think Tom Coughlin could have coached, you know, more than that. Just put some pieces around Eli, and then that's it. You know what I'm saying? But they didn't do that. So I said that why am I gonna sit here every single year and suffer myself just to please y'all? Cause I don't want to go through another 8-8, 6-10, 4-12 season, 3-13 season. I don't want to go through all that shit again. And that's and that's what's gonna happen again. The Giants are gonna go through another miserable season, and nobody's gonna even think about that. Oh, you have to think positive. You have to think positive. Nah, it's not about positivity in the NFL. It's about production. That's why people get it wrong. It's not about It's not about. It's not about. It's about production in the NFL. If you're not productive, your team is gonna stink. Don't matter how many good players you got. You need a good coach. And I don't think Joe Judge is the right answer neither. Plucking people from the Bill Belichick tree, that shit never works. You see where Matt Patricia is at? Yeah, he was with the New England Patriots. His ass stinks in with the Detroit Lions. Haven't won shit since he got there. So you think that Joe Judge is gonna come and fix everything? He did it all right, he did it right. He did an outstanding presentation. But that's what he's supposed to do. He's not supposed to come here and say, yeah, we're going to go 8-8. We're not going to put no effort. He literally said everything that, we wanted to hear. But will the players buy it? We got so many question marks. Who's going to be our second running back? Who's going to be our receivers? Who's going to be our tight end? You know what I'm saying? Like, but anyways, that's another. I'm gonna put that story for another day. Um, but the Knicks right now, they're looking pretty good. I'm not gonna say they bad. They've beaten some formidable teams. They've beaten some good teams. Obviously they've beaten the Rockets. Nothing to sneeze at. But we just gotta put the pieces together. RJ is coming into his own. Even though if RJ doesn't win Rookie of the Year, it's fine. It's fine. I can't remember. I can't remember the last. I cannot remember the last Knicks player to win Rookie of the Year. If y'all can let me know, y'all can leave a comment down below. Who was the next? Who was the last Knicks to win Rookie of the Year? But if he doesn't win, then he's always gonna be better in my book. If Kevin Knox can come up to his own, Mitch is going out there scoring. If we can find like another center to match up with Mitch, because I know Gibson is going up there in age, and so yeah. If we could get our point guard situation straight, which I think we will draft LaMelo Ball. Because if you really think about it, the Hawks, they got Trae Young. They don't need another. They don't need another point guard, right? The Warriors, they already got Stephen Curry. Uh, you know, um, so they don't need another point guard. The Knicks and Melo is a perfect match. You know, because I think we could set like we will be set for the next 10 years with them or 15 years with them at the point guard. We don't have to keep on. Oh my God, every draft, we need a point guard, we need a point guard. So now that we have our solidified point guard and LaMelo Ball, now we can, add a second center or add another shooting guard. You know what I'm saying? And most of the players that we required, they have two-way contracts. So, that's going to be even better. So I just wish that and hope that the Knicks, I just hope and wish that the Knicks do better next year. Um, and try. I'm not saying that I'm not saying that they're going to the playoffs next year. I'm not saying that they're going to win the division next year. But just try to improve the year after that. This year was abysmal. It was a mess. You know what I'm saying? So next year, just try to be even better than you were last year or this year. So if y'all Knicks fans, comment on what we should do. Should we keep Mike Miller as head coach? Um, I mean, hiring an agent as a GM. I mean, president. Is it good, bad? I mean, tell me. All right. If you like this video, leave a like, share, spaz that notification ring bell, and till next time, take care of yourself and each other. Peace.